A lot of children that grow up in the single father households fare almost, not the same, but almost as well as two-parent.
I need y'all to call me a YM, and that stands for young man.
Before we dive in, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You don't want to miss this one. Alright, today we're going to talk about, should the children be with the father rather than the mother? Alright, we're going to talk about it.
And women get mad at me when I say a lot of children that grow up in the single father households fare almost, not the same, but almost as well as two-parent. And I think, just from my thought process, I think it's probably because they're not afraid to ask for help, to say, hey, I can't do it on my own.
Right.
What do women like? What do women do this? Can you help my daughter with this?
Right.
Can you help my daughter with that?
And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful to any woman out there that's playing that have to do both roles.
But
I'm coming from a household that my father never wanted the credit for being both roles. He never wanted it. He was like, I am your father. That's it. With me, with my daughter, I am your mother. There's no way I can't fill the shoes of a man.
Yeah.
I would be wrong and discrediting any good man if I was to take that role. No, that's not, no.
Alright, so according to Education Next, two-parent households are the gold standard. Extensive research indicates that children raised in two-parent families, whether biological, adoptive, or step families, typically experience higher academic achievement, graduation rates, lower rates of teen pregnancy and incarceration, better mental health and emotional stability, stronger social connections, and career success. Alright, so when we get to the single parent household, while single fathers are often less common, children raised by single fathers tend to have better outcomes than those raised by single mothers. This does not suggest that single mothers are inherently less capable, but rather systematic factors such as economic hardship, social stigmas, etc., etc. Children in single mother households are statistically more likely to experience higher rates of substance abuse, increased likelihood of incarceration, lower educational attainment, and higher instances of abuse and neglect. Alright? And that comes from The Life of a Single Mom article. Conversely, children raised by single fathers face lower risk of negative outcomes. For instance, a report from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services found that children from fatherless homes are 10 times more likely to use drugs and alcohol. Wow. And why the father makes a difference? Basically saying increased financial stability, different emotional support and guidance, a broader perspective on gender roles and relationships. Alright? So, and that comes from the Institute of Family Studies. Alright? Alright, so fuck, get out of here. I would like to give a round of applause to these two women right here. Sitting down, having the discussion. The ultimate goal, hopefully, is to have a great family atmosphere and family structure to have the best for the children, alright? But if that isn't the case, hopefully we can do what's best for the children, alright? Let's just make sure the children are always the focal point and not individual, whatever, accolades, status, attention, whatever it may be, right? Let's just always keep the kids first. So with that being said, shout out to my YMs. Please like, subscribe. Alright, we out. Shout out to everybody, but my YMs the most.